Hey everybody, welcome to Hear Us Out. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Paul. How's it going?
Not too bad. We're Hear Us Out, everybody, and we're going to talk to you about M Night Shyamalan's movies. I am never sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but to be fair, his first name is a letter and his middle name is a chess piece. So, don't judge me too harshly. Yeah, you can go a lot of ways with night, you know. You can go a lot of ways with night.
True.
Yeah.
You could have been a hero, but no.
Could
We
have been
decided to go build a horse piece on a chessboard.
Could have been a time of day after daytime. What we're going to do is, we've never tried this before. In front of all your eyes, we're going to throw up his director's filmography, and we're going to try and pick our combined top 5. His director's filmography, I probably said that ourselves.
Directorship, filmography, discography.
Look at you with the
When he
big
was
words.
a rapper.
Don't you judge me. I went to school, kind of. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to whittle this down. By the end of this episode, you are going to get to watch us go through the fighting process of how do you pick somebody's top 5 movies. We're not massively connected, let's say, to M Night Shyamalan. Like the guy's work, some of it's good, some of it's not good. But Paul, it's why this is a safety one, right? I don't think we'd be doing this in such a ham-fisted way for Christopher Nolan, let's say.
Or Ron Howard, or
Spielberg, etc.
Del Toro.
Yeah, although thankfully we've just mentioned Spielberg, and I do believe we have a video linked above talking about Spielberg's movies, and we may
We did do this with Spielberg, didn't we?
Yeah, we just didn't.
Ranked. We did it ranked.
We also did preparation. Folks, we have not done any preparation, which will soon become apparent to you. So straight into the car crash that this might be. On screen right now, you'll be able to see the list of movies we're picking from. Paul, first pass to get rid of things. Let's be honest with everybody about the ones we haven't seen. His first movie, Praying with Anger, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either.
Then out it goes. Same thing for me for Wide Awake.
Haven't seen it.
Out it goes. And unfortunately, I haven't got round, and I will watch it, his last movie before Knock at the Cabin, which everybody is out watching right now, Old. I have not seen it either.
No, I haven't seen it.
There you go. We've already crossed off a few. So another one that I have not seen. Let's see.
The Visit?
The Visit. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Then, Paul, we're already getting down close to 5, which I was surprised at. So should we maybe do a pass of ones that we know are not going to make our cut? And maybe be mean about them on the way?
Yeah, go for it.
After Earth?
Yeah, that's not making it.
And that, you know what? That's as mean as we need to get about that one.
That's as nicest as we can also be.
Yeah, there you go. I haven't seen this one, but I know enough about it to know that you can pull it apart probably right now. The Last Airbender.
Oh, no.
It is
that is
renowned
a war
for
crime.
being a crime against filmmaking. Okay.
He should be up at The Hague for that one.
So out you go, Last Airbender. I'm not picking on The Happening just yet because I think it deserves a proper bit of a kick in a moment. I think Lady in the Water is the next one that I would choose as not going to make it. Lady in the Water is a mess. Love Paul Giamatti. Paul, are you okay? It wasn't going to be your number one anyway, right?
No, it's not my secret favorite one.
Okay. So we're now down to, if my math is correct, 7 movies. Mm-hmm. So we've got to get rid of 2 more before we start the process of fighting over their ranking. Mm-hmm. Paul, there's a huge part of me that wants to mess around with you and say that The Happening is going to be in my top 2.
See, this is the thing, okay? Because it's not going to be in my top 5, but it's on that verge of so ridiculous.
Thank you.
That it goes onto the other side of bad. It goes like, this is a film that you can have a couple of drinks with friends and just have a good old laugh at it.
I love you,
kind
bro.
of thing.
I love you. It's so just bad that it's good.
Yeah, and it's like, out of all the ones that like we've named that are bad, it is the only one that like I would
watch again.
Agree. I would watch it again. I think we should watch it. That'll be real fun to watch it. But it is I don't think it's going to make it in the top 5.
No.
If you want to fight me on it,
no. I think if we were being objective, The Happening is not a good movie. and
No.
on many measurable metrics. But it's also a fantastic movie just because of what it is and how dumb it is in places and how unexpectedly the word isn't even camp anymore. What would the word be for how, I don't know, that whatever that look in Mark Wahlberg's face is, and when he talks to a plant and the idea that the wind is chasing them, like it's just like The Happening's bad.
I think I think that look is questioning life choices.
I think it's, do I need a new agent? I think that's the look of, should I have left my previous agent?
Yeah.
What? No.
Oh, fantastic. So we're down to 6, Paul. So those 6,
Cases.
Glass, Split, The Village, Signs, Unbreakable, Sixth Sense.
Yeah. This is going to be difficult because these are his best ones. So, as in the best ones that we've definitely seen, kind of thing.
Yes.
Like we could find out that The Visit is an absolute masterpiece. I doubt it, but
Not from what I know.
okay. So, let's choose.
Let's put some safety ones in. Who's safely going to be into the top 5? Because for me, The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense is definitely going to be in this in one of the top 5
It's
spots
safe. Okay.
because it's probably his most famous. It gave him the name of the twist director.
It made it a Shyamalan move. And look, I love the movie. I do. I love the movie. I don't care what people think about it. I love The Sixth Sense. I don't care what people think about twists. I love The Sixth Sense. I think it's not just Haley Joel Osment is cute. Haley Joel Osment was brilliant. So Sixth Sense, definitely a keeper.
Yeah.
You want to pick one that you're on a definitely a keeper list?
Oh, Unbreakable.
Thought you would. I was safe in my knowledge that Unbreakable was going to be the next one in. So, Glass, Split, The Village, and Signs.
I'm gonna skip to Split, and say that's definitely getting in.
You think Split's definitely getting in? Interesting. We may have words about that, but I would agree that it's getting in.
Yeah, it might be an interesting place of where it's going to be placed between the two of us, but I definitely think it's going to make the top 5.
Yeah.
So we got Signs, The Village, and Glass.
And we can only keep 2.
Oh,
So what I will say is people really don't like The Village. I did. Signs, everybody has kind of been cruel to it after the fact, I think a little bit because of the backlash to the Shyamalan twist. But I know a lot of people who it really inspired to even be filmmakers.
true.
I think Signs, I have to say that I think Signs would make it in over Glass. And for me, I think The Village would make it in over Glass too. I thought Glass was a bit disappointing.
Okay.
See this, folks, now you get to see the fun part because now we've got to start pushing on each other. So, Paul.
Okay. From an enjoyment perspective, I enjoyed The Village and Glass a lot more than I did Signs.
Okay.
From a looks and feel perspective, I definitely enjoyed Signs and Glass more.
Okay. So you're pumping for
So-
Glass here.
I think Glass deserves to be in there. I don't think it's a great movie. I don't think it's going to be in the top 3.
Well, what I would guarantee you is if I agree, and it's a big if at the moment because I'm ready to fight for a moment yet, because it definitely is the one I would pick to throw out. But if it makes it through, can we agree now that it'd be 5th place?
What else is in there?
Because and remember, well, I suppose that's whether or not Signs of the Village.
Okay, you're essentially
Yeah.
fighting for, I could definitely agree with it being 5th, but I can also
Okay. So let's just say I'm going to be a team player.
no, don't be a team player.
But I
fight
see,
your corner.
I'm trading, Paul. I'm being sneaky
You're not.
because now I'm going to make sure that The Village or Signs ends up above it.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but it's about which one do I really want to get through, and which one do you really not want to get through.
Oh, I'll let you.
I think it's-
You choose one and see how it goes.
I think Signs is the better movie in some ways, but I actually have a softer spot for The Village. That's just the truth. And it's weird, and I know it's probably wrong. Hey,
Even Stitch thinks you're wrong on that one, but
there you go.
she heard you and was just like, "Woo." Oh, The Village. Oh, I
So
think
you're not a fan of the. So on this list, My Glass is your Village.
I don't think so. My problem with The Village is I think its twist, because they're all twists, is the least, like, I get it's the worst twist.
People say that about The Village all the time, and I'm like, oh, is it the worst twist though? And also, what about all the way up until the twist? Because Glass was a steaming mess.
So
Including after the twist.
I will agree. I'll agree that The Village up to the twist was very good. Like, I will say that people forget essentially the goodness because of essentially the twist. I don't think Glass's twist in any way ruined it or did it any favors.
You kind of can't ruin something that's already ruined, though.
That would, I kind of get that. So I don't. Okay, this is the thing. I don't mind taking Glass off the list because it's the end of a trilogy, and it's end of a trilogy that's poor. Whereas Signs and Village are they're carbon copies of fucking each other to me.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. There's something that we'll be talking about off air because that's interesting. Okay, but look, we've got to, because we now know our 4th, 5th, and 6th place. So let's just make this a top 6 and see if we can agree where to rank Glass, The Village, and Signs. So do you rate Glass over both The Village and Signs?
No. Okay. That can go 6th.
Oh, really? Okay.
It can go 6th because...
Oh, well, if you're given that, then I'm absolutely giving you choice over which is better between Signs and The Village.
This is the funny thing. I was going to go... I don't... Like, the Signs and Village could go either 5th or 4th for me. For all... Like, the top 3 are going to be the actual...
Okay, well, then let's make it joint 4th place for all 3 of those. I can't do that as a graphic. So
I hated Sign less. So probably Village is 5th. Signs 4th.
Okay, cool. Because we got to move this. See, folks, this is how you get on with each other in the YouTube channel. It's give and take, and some sneaky, mental manipulation to try and get your way. Which is, see, a while ago I was like, Glass as long as it's 5th, and now I've got 6th. I am a master at this. It's awful, but no, it's just Paul. You're being good. You're being very kind to me. How about I would actually be happier to make them joint 4th/5th, all 3 of those, because the fun part starts now.
See,
Split, Unbreakable, and The Sixth Sense.
See, now that they're joined 4th, they definitely seem like carbon copies of each other. Anyway,
I'm including Glass in that joint 4th and 5th, so they're all going to get 4 and 5 beside them.
I just say Glass is 5th, and then Village and Signs is 4th. Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Split. Let's go for this because we'll be there forever.
Yeah.
2 of them with Bruce Willis, 3 of them with Bruce Willis technically, but
So now is it about measurement or is it about personal feelings? Because on a personal feeling front, like, I love The Sixth Sense. I cannot express to you how much I love The Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Split. It's a damn good movie. But Unbreakable, Unbreakable's just, I love it.
Yeah, I guess it's into personal preference because these are all well put together movies, specifically in their own type of kind of a genre kind of thing, where you like Sixth Sense is definitely kind of that spooky ghost movie. Unbreakable is a superhero movie, and Split is kind of a the twist being that it's also a superhero film, and kind of thing.
Here's my thing. Singular performance in Split from James McAvoy. Yeah. Like, Split doesn't work without him doing what he manages to do.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense, it doesn't work if Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment don't manage to do what they're doing. Unbreakable, similarly, if again Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson don't manage to do what they're doing. So I don't think we'd split it on performances alone. So I'm kind of counting that out. Because as good as James McAvoy is, it's like, well, was that better than what Haley Joel Osment and Bruce managed in Sixth Sense? It was different because the story necessitated it to be different. So I don't know if that's a metric I could choose to split them or to.
I don't think so, because was it Spencer Trace, who's the son in Unbreakable? I don't think he did a really good job, but I don't think he's enough of a big moment in the. He is kind of.
But just let's say taking acting as a bit of a draw.
Okay.
I'm trying to work.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Agrees. Yeah. Okay.
So taking story. Again, it's a bit of a draw for me. I would probably edge Unbreakable and Sixth Sense ahead of Split on story, just because of their creativity beyond the kind of it's not the gimmick, but the central conceit of multiple personalities in Split.
Oh, this is probably going to be a twist, an M Night Shyamalan twist. I would probably put, although I love Unbreakable, I'd probably put Split above it.
Okay, interesting.
Because,
but the Sixth Sense would be above them both in that. Yeah, I get you.
Well, as in, I'd put, as in the bracket, I would put Sixth Sense with whoever wins between Unbreakable and Split.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I think that's the thing. I really like Unbreakable. I think it's really, really good. It's a really low kind of. It's an underrated film of kind of being low toned towards the superhero kind of thing. But James McAvoy's kind of performance in Split and the storyline in Split is so well crafted, because you just think he's an insane person for so long that it turns out that he's not as insane as you think he is. It's such a good moment.
It's true. It is true. And look, I'm conscious that we can't do this because we could do this for a year, folks. That's why we wanted to do this unedited in front of you all. Paul, there's a reason we usually end up doing our lists saying this is Paul's list and this is Patrick's list, because it's a better reflection of us and it gives us a good way of talking about movies, the advantage of having two people on a show like this. When we try and do joint lists, it gets to this point where we're like, we both agree and we both disagree, but we'll never be that far away. Maybe on some one or two things. But if I'm hearing you correctly, there's a very high likelihood that the Sixth Sense is going to edge it out to the number one spot, and that we're going to end up having to have a conversation about Split and Unbreakable for two. Am I picking you up right?
Oh,
I'm not.
No.
There's the twist, folks. All right, hit me with something, Paul. Hit me with something.
My thing is that I the only reason I'm choosing between Split and Unbreakable is because essentially for me they're from the same franchise. So I'd put it against Sixth Sense because I like the contrast of having something different. I don't want his top. For me, I don't want the top two spots being covered by essentially the Unbreakable franchise.
I understand, but it doesn't. I'll be honest, it doesn't factor for me because I'm just thinking single movie, skill that was put into making it, the outcome and how much I enjoyed it. They're my kind of my calculations, and on that, Sixth Sense is a number one for me because it is. Nobody had done it before as much as people say they had. Nobody had done it that way and that story with those performances, including Toni Collette, who we ignored earlier, or I ignored earlier. Sixth Sense is a number one for me, and Split and Unbreakable could easily be a tied number two. My heart says Unbreakable because I like it more, but is Split a better movie? Probably for the reasons that you've just given.
Yeah, I'm so conflicted.
Well, I'm putting a clock on you because we've got a clock on us. So
I'm going to go Split, Sixth Sense, Unbreakable.
From top to bottom, first, second, and third.
No, Split is third.
Okay.
Sixth Sense is second. Unbreakable is first.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've made a turnaround because I so much more enjoy Unbreakable.
Than The Sixth Sense?
Yeah, than pretty much most of them on the list, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, at this point, viewers, myself and Paul decide, yeah, we should just do our own lists, because I'll be like, nah, there's no way I'm... But not this time. I think it's safe to say that I'm happy for either of those to be the top movie. I'll go home knowing, yeah, Sixth Sense will always be the top for me, but I'll also know that on a different day, you may have thought that as well. And plus,
especially since I did change so rapidly from my split being better than Unbreakable. But if I'm thinking of it objectively in the sense of kind of just better filmmaking and overall kind of uniqueness, I would say that Sixth Sense kind of edges out of everybody, just because we get to see all of these films from essentially a place of they all exist right now,
exactly,
kind of thing. So
Paul, to sum up, and I'm gonna give the list from top to bottom. It's Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, or Sixth Sense Unbreakable, depending on what day of the week it is. Then it's Split. Then it's either The Village or Signs, or Signs of the Village, and then Glass. But also possibly maybe Glass above some of those. So in conclusion, folks, you can see why we don't do so many of these lists where they're combined. Paul, I love doing this with you, and I hope everybody enjoyed watching that. We're actually, unfortunately, going to run out of time in a moment, so I want to get it in there to say that everybody, comment on what you think of our lists. Get your own list down below. Like, share, subscribe. And Paul, you want to walk us out?
I've been Paul.
I've been Patrick.
And we've been Heroes 8.
Thank you so much for watching. Next time.